Hi everyone, I am Lady Stars and Fire, and this is the weekly healing messages for January 21st through the 28th. Wow, there's just so much going on, and I'm going to split the video this week into two videos. I'm going to try to make it two short videos, because, like I said, there's just so much going on. This video specifically is more of guidance directly from spirit. And then the second one will be astrology with a little bit of this information added into that video, just to keep us on the same level. However, I feel very importantly that I need to bring this video out this week, mainly with the guidance from spirit. I also have the Rune casts coming in on this video, and I have a tarot card from my Druid Animal Oracle deck, because spirit gave me the card to give to you all. So I'm going to do it this way and then come back with astrology in a second video. Like I said, and I'll pop some information from this video into that one. However, this one's going to be more in depth, so that you'll probably want to watch both. Anyway, now, yes, there's been a lot of panic going on, and there's going to be, but that also on your own personal level of life, that depends on you and where you allow it to take you. And I say that because, for one, there's so many out there who are dealing with right now the government shutdown, and it has put them directly in panic, along with where is that going to take them in their life, or their bills going to be paid, all of these issues, which are full of fear issues. And I'm bringing this out because, in honesty, this all came about exactly when it was meant to, at exactly the right time. I mean, we just had a new moon in Capricorn, which is in our universal our universal 10th house, which deals with our careers, basically, which will deal with the government situations and if we're getting paid, basically. So, I mean, it's coming out exactly when it was meant to be coming out. However, you just didn't see it necessarily coming the way that it has happened. As I go into this, though, the fear and the worry and the doubt and all of that is something that you can stop. However, this has to do with your own inner workings, basically, because I am being given, basically, ever since the new moon, the great horned god known as Pan has been hanging out with me, so that we could bring this video to you, and I can bring that energy of what he's trying to help us with, help us understand as we come into this, because, like I said, I've been spending the whole last week with him. So if I don't seem quite myself, and I'm a little bit more sassy, that would be Pan coming through me, basically, at this moment. But before I get into the information from Pan, I'm going to go into all the other guidance that I'm given. And then I'll end it with Pan so that I can help you understand where this all is going. And Pan has been speaking directly with Gaia and the Tree of Life. This has a lot of energy that's going on right now. And it has to do with both the feminine and the masculine energy coming together to help bring a vibration up into a higher vibration. However, Pan's going to give you exactly what you want and what it is you're seeking. In a sense of Pan, the word panic, it comes from Pan, basically, because he can bring out that panic. And what I'm saying in that sense, before I go on to everything else and then come back to this, is when I say he will give you exactly what you're looking for, if you are in love with the panic, with the fear, with the doubt, with the worry, with the stress, he'll bring you more of it, basically, because that's what you are seeking. If you're looking for what he's trying to teach you, he'll bring you through it, is what I'm being told. Along with Gaia and the Tree of Life are trying to work this all out. However, that's your free will, honey. So when I get to that part, you'll understand a little bit better. This has a lot to do with our dimensional health, our dimensional healing, our dimensional ascension right now. And if you're stuck in the fear side, then you're not going to be ascending, basically. A couple weeks back, especially right when the year started, I said it 2018 has a lot to do. It comes down to the number 2, and the number 11 and the number 2, but when it breaks all the way down, it's down to 2. And that speaks to us of harmony, balance, as well as in order to get harmony and balance within your life, you must deal with the ego. And this has to do with cleansing it and bringing it up and out of us, which brings into that ascension of those chakras as well as your dimensions. And I spoke about understanding we set our root chakra, which is our security, our survival. We set it in the 3rd dimension, which is wrong. And we have to learn from our higher consciousness, our higher selves, the divine that is within us, how to lift above that. Because if we're setting our root chakra in the very beginning and that lower dimension at the 3rd dimension, then yes, we are going to be in panic about, our bills and our survival. Our survival is looking at the now, but the now in the wrong way. It is looking at, oh, how can I pay my bills? And how can I afford this? And how will I get by? And how can I have food? And that brings the survival and the safety and the security into a place that's in the delusion of the 3rd dimension, which is still the material world. You're more than just a 3rd dimensional being. This is what this is coming down to. Because your root chakra, your heart chakra, and your crown chakra are being worked on right now. And this is what I mean by that dimensional ascension is what is being worked on. If you are still looking at security and the physical world as being the only security that you have, you're going to have more complications, more problems right now. You're going to be more panicky right now because, especially with what's going on with the government shutdown. However, if you're moved into those 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th dimensions, you're starting to realize you're a higher vibrational being, that the physical world is only an extension of the consciousness. And the consciousness is only an extension of the consciousness. Okay? So it goes back into circles again of your dimensional level. When you start to realize you're a spiritual being and that you were never not in safety, because even in death, there is rebirth. Then you can start to let go of some of those panics of survival and safety and set your root chakra to a higher dimension, which will help to bring you out. However, if you're not understanding any of this yet, there's nothing I can do until you get to that understanding and start ascending up into those higher dimensions. Now, that's just helping break you through what truly is going on. Spirit gives me in the Hebrew language, they give me the letter Lamd, and it speaks to us on several different levels. But and if you followed me before, you know that I will tell you I'm given Hebrew letters, I'm given Egyptian hieroglyphics, I'm given all kinds of symbols and whatnot. Spirit knows that I don't hear them well. That has to do with my own fears and where I have blocks. So my hearing is not exactly the best, but they know that I can see the symbols and they can talk to me in other ways. So usually I'll get, the runes. That's how I started reading the runes. But Hebrew is one of the ones they use a lot, as well as breaking it into other symbols and so forth. So I am given this week to give you Lamd from Hebrew. And I always go to the Torah for what I'm bringing you, for what that meaning would be. And it speaks to the inner shepherd, the inner shepherd within, the shepherd who tends to his flock. White lighters, the inner shepherd within who tends to his flock. This is about teaching and about learning. This is about stepping up to the plate. This is also speaking to us of understanding for the heart to ascend. Like I said, from the heart to ascend. First, we're talking about root being in the right place. Then we're talking from the heart to ascend to the mind's comprehension. You must first come to understand true wisdom. And this comes from inner cleansing, inner purification that is needed from, obviously, within. This is speaking to us of following through with the instructions that you are given from spirit, from your higher self, from, soulful learning, basically, from your own connection with the divine. And your higher self is an extension of that divine. So we have to learn that this has to do with the inner guidance, the inner discipline that it is taking to properly tend to your flocks, because you are a shepherd as well. And this is, like I said, it's the root connecting to understanding. It's not rooted. It's rooted in the safety that never ends, in the security that never ends, because spirit never ends. Then taking the heart and opening it up to then bring it up to the ascension and make the mind comprehend what the heart is teaching it, and bringing the guidance and the discipline that comes from that, as well as learning from that ascension, learning from the divine and your higher self, as well as teaching it outwardly, so that the shepherd is actually tending to the flock. So right now, in this mass panic, it's important for you to keep your cool. It's important for you to connect with that energy that is helping you tend to your flocks, basically. And being the teacher that is also able to learn as the teacher is teaching. Like I said, there's so much more to lambd, but I don't have time to go into all of that. You can always look up lambd from the Torah or Hebrew language, and it can go into it a little bit more. I'm also given the rabbit. I'm given the fairy world, the fae, basically. And I am given, like I said, a card. But the rabbit comes to us because the rabbit speaks to us of abundance. It also speaks to us of Jupiter. So does Pan. It speaks to us of our comfort zone. Are we comfortable? Why we aren't? And are we? As well as our vulnerability. The rabbit speaks to us of learning to overcome our fears. The rabbit is one of the most hunted animals out there by other wildlife. So it has its teachings that it can help you overcome your fear. There's your root chakra again, your survival techniques, your security and your safety. Rabbit is trying to help us get there so we can help us to understand Pan, the tree of life, and Gaia, what they are trying to teach us. So, and I'm being given in green again for in our physical world, which has to do with health, growth, as well as the abundance, because they're outlining abundance. But this has to do with also the connection with Gaia itself, the rabbit does. So, like I said, we're dealing with fear, comfort, vulnerability, overcoming fear, and the abundance that we bring from either standing in our confidence or standing in our fear. And like I said, this is a perfect time for all of this in honesty, because we just had the new moon in Capricorn, and we're working our way towards the second full moon in January. The second full moon in the first month of the year that ends in a number 2 for abundant. For learning to stand in harmony with our own balance, basically, with our own balance and our own growth as we mature. So it makes perfect sense that all of this has to come out right now. Now, like I said, I am being shown Pan. I am being shown Pan, and I will give you a shamanic idea of what it is, as well as what we've been going over for the whole week. Because Pan is having a conversation with the tree of life and Gaia itself. Pan is one who is viewed as a protector of the shepherds. Hello, white lighters. And also a protector for the earth itself and her plants and its wildlife. So this would bring that connection with Gaia in, and that communication and that vibrational energy. But Pan is known often as a warrior god, and he can be the warrior god. When I first met Pan ever in my life, he was not protecting me. He was protecting my sanctuary. I had too many candles burning in my old sanctuary, and to my knowledge, I did not know because it was nighttime. I had some spider webs that had grown, and I didn't get them all. And he ran me out of my sanctuary. He came in with his hooves just punching into the ground and scared the shit out of me and ran me out of my sanctuary. The next day, I realized that he was protecting the sanctuary. And within that, we became to where we communicate now. So this is how I got to where I became somewhat of friends, or I worked with Pan. But he wasn't there to protect me at first. He was there to protect his earthly area, his animals who were protected by the sanctuary, as well as that connection with Gaia. And because of our connection together, we have a connection now. Now, this is why I say that. He comes in with those hoofs pounding, and that is the warrior side of him, the strong, the confident, the powerful side, which he does definitely have, but that's not the only side, because he makes sure he wants you to understand he's a creator god as well. He's also a healing of vitality. Okay, and he brings that through that fire masculine energy. He brings that through that sexual lustful energy. It is where he brings in also that healing vitality. When in the world did sexual energy just become about sex? Obviously, we are dealing with Pan, so yes, it does deal with sex. But what he's saying is, it's not just that. Sexual energy is how you feel about you, the security, the comfort, the sass that you have within you. Feeling, like I say, the belly dancer, being confident enough to feel good about it and be out there and do it, to being able to connect with yourself in such a way that you're secure and sacred with yourself, is what Pan is speaking to us of. And that's that healing vitality he's trying to bring to us, as well as Gaia and the Tree of Life right now, within this energy. So, that sexual energy is there, but the sexual energy speaks to us on so much deeper levels of connecting with who and what we are, with our confidence, with our security, with our why the hell are you not smitten with yourself? And why are you not smitten with life? Why are you not, in Pan's words, why are you not making love to life? Basically. Pan stands before me shamanically, and he's stomping around, but in a playful way, and he's dancing with his pan pipes, which I am told, if you have pan pipes and you're having trouble connecting right now, to get them out, because that will help you get in the proper connection that you need to be for your dimensional level to grow. I am being told, but when he shows me it over and over again, he's dancing, he's playing his pan pipes, and he's enjoying himself, and he's stomping around as he's doing it, and then he stops, and he does one of these, like, with his pipes, and then he goes back to doing it, like, why aren't you doing this? Basically is what I'm getting from him as he stomps his foot and is looking at it, it's like, why? However, Pan also, like I said, he's the god of the wild. He's untamable spirit. He is trying to teach you there is an art to being you. There is a love, a sassiness, a inner nourishment to connecting with you and bringing that sacredness of enjoying life and yourself, making love to life because you can. Basically, sure, he's a warrior god, and he's a god of prophecy. He's a god of panic, because he brings those hoofs in. He brings those hoofs in, and he stomps his feet, basically saying, don't you know the idea that everybody says you're being cocky comes from Pan. Pan goes, don't you know that it takes some confidence, some security within yourself, some strength and self-power to be able to stand there, as Pan does, so to speak, because for lack of better words, he's making me feel this so that I can understand. Because what he's doing is he's stomping his feet, he's stomping his hoofs, so you hear them clomping, and he is literally standing there explaining what cocky truly means. And he says, "Why aren't you letting your balls just hit the air? Letting it flap in the wind." It takes some confidence, some self-power, some self-control, some self-discipline, some self-security to be cocky. But to be able to know how to do that and to still feel good about who you are without backing down from who you are, from being honest with who you are on all levels of who you are. As you come into bringing that ascension into a higher level, this speaks to us again of that third dimension, starting with our root chakra, as well as speaking to our heart chakra, bringing up that childlike play energy, because Pan brings to us ancient knowledge that is hard to come by, and he's full of masculine energy. He is man, he is beast, he is lust, he is prophecy, but he also is panic. He will bring you exactly what you desire. Don't love what loves you. Love what you love. Be what you love. Look, it's like they say, bring into your life the abundance of what you want. If you put all of your attention and your energy into your fear, your doubt, your worry, then you'll get more reasons to fear, doubt, and worry. However, if you're secure with who you are, secure with knowing that in the oneness it's going to work out, then you can go into higher ascension and working on yourself and finding out exactly who you are, what makes you tick, why is it important, why and how are you going to get your own self-confidence, your self-power, stand in it cocky, but still be able to know when you're standing in ego and when you're standing in soulfulness. That's the difference within the ancient wisdom and the dimensional levels of growth. Now, I'm going to give you also, because I will end it with, actually, I'm going to end it with the card. We have Onsus this week. Onsus, Pan says you might as well just consider that to be him. Pan is not Onsus, Uraz. Uraz is, it looks like this for the runes. Uraz speaks to us of the vital seed, the bull, the wild force, and earth energy. It indicates shaping and reshaping of events, situations through the strength that you find from within, and it can show a determined mind, will, or person, basically. It also brings us a strong connection with health matters, and it can present a healer into our life or the symbols of healing within our life. It is freedom, energy, action, courage, strength, understanding, wisdom, tenacity. It is creation. It is primal shaping and patterning. It is the power of shape, the events, the direction, and the purpose of that shape, making it, holding it, and making it so. It is the overpouring of the vital seed. Yeah, he's stomping again. It is he's like with, I can't explain it. Well, I can, but it's a little more verbal than maybe you want to know. It is the overpouring of the vital strength. It is strength that burns away all of the weaknesses that we have. It is the will to take form and to hold it, shape it, and make it so. It is a strong stance in your action. It speaks to us again of good health, good fortune, healing, and the craft of healing. So it may also deal with surgery as well during the week. Now, I'm also given Induus. Induus speaks to us of our 4. And I always say, if you're out of balance, then you're out of balance. And it's easy to be out of balance because you need your 4 to be in balance. Not just 1, not 2, all 4. And that is your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. All four of them must be in good, healthy stands. And in order for you to truly move forward, you need your four to help you get to that higher ascension, help you move forward into those higher dimensions. It speaks to us of moving up within that, but it also speaks to us of our own self-nourishment, is what this is speaking to us of. It is also, hold on. I'm being sent in another direction. Yeah, well, that didn't work. I told you I've been with him all week. So, okay. Yeah, he wanted me to go to a different place in the book. It speaks to our inner world, our inner experiences, our virtue, our common sense, our family, our human warmth. It speaks to taking the stillness for the moment for that inner preparation. It is our inner nourishment. Withdraw and allow for the inner preparation to take place. Separate, but to separate but not separate. Stand back and allow yourself to see the truths. It is a necessary stasis, the benefit of the inner focus. It is He's speaking to us of revealing the need for the meditation. That's also speaking to us of connecting with Gaia itself and the tree of life. And it's speaking to us of understanding that we all are part of that hidden realm once we know how to step into it. Then we end with, what do we end with? With Onsus as far as the runes go. And this is speaking to us of our communication, of our words, of poetry, of music, of how it is we use our words. I'm going to find it here. It points towards education, growth, and knowledge. It can transform us through our inspiration, or it can confuse us through the thinking of other people we are allowing to dominate the situation. Like I said, are you living in the fear of the moment, or are you living in the moment? Are you living in the moment of making love to life, of having the sass of who you are, and enjoying that there is never a reason to not feel secure and safe? Because you are part of the oneness. Or are you still living in the fear and in the lower dimensions and coming up and out of this? This speaks to us of the inner communication we have with ourselves, as well as teaching it as we take it outwardly because of Lamd, the Hebrew letter. This is communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, and true vision, as well as the understanding of the power of words and how they are used. Magical incantation behind them. It is the ruined skill of a language, education, learning, intellectual activity, achievements, and speech, as well as exchange of views. It is the intellectual gift, which is brought to us through the air. So you have Uraz, you have Inuus, and you have Onsus as your runes this week. And I will finish this video right now with what Pan shows me. This, I can show it to you, is the Hind. And because he pulled the card himself and showed it to me. And I am told I'm not one who just follows the pictures and gives it to you, because I've been told there's a reason why they were written the way they were, and it is always best, even if I have my own information I'm getting, to still give the information, because you don't want to miss anything that somebody else may have needed. So, it speaks to us of gentleness and of grace, of the feminine principle. This is Pan speaking to us of understanding the tree of life and Gaia a little bit better as we move into that realm in a stronger stance. It is, whether you are male or female, opening the qualities of the hind, which is the deer, and its tail, basically, to achieve a greater degree of sophistication as well as elegance within your life in the best possible senses of these terms. The deer and the white hind in particular call to us of the other world. We're speaking about how the tree of life and Gaia connect together into all of those different dimensions and realms. And it is speaking to us also of the realm of the Fae. Look to the Fae right now as well. It invites us to look beyond the material, beyond the superficials of life, and rather towards the heart of things, towards the realm of causes, rather than effect. What caused the situation? Not the effect of it. What caused it, so we can get to the deeper root of it. It speaks to us of understanding the positions, understanding exactly what the moon and the sun are both telling us. It speaks to us of being the exploration of the other world, being able to explore it and know that it is there and it's open to us. It speaks to us of lifting ourselves into those higher spiritual dimensions. Again, the hind is showing you in the picture how it is going towards the light. It is going into the woods. It is going on a path that, are you willing to walk? Are you willing to go and follow it or not? That is your free will. Hugs and kisses, everybody. Check back for the astrology, and I wish you so many blessings. I love you. Bye.